All right, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Lemax Dry Gulch Hotel. Let's get into it. Okay, so the Dry Gulch Hotel, this thing is super cool. I've always wanted to review some of the Western style stuff, just never had a chance to get my hand on it, but my wonderful wife got me this wonderful gift for Christmas. So for that, I will bring it to you. So here we go. The Dry Gulch Hotel was released in 2007 and apparently wasn't retired till 2021. That seems like a long time to me, but yeah, that's what the website said. So anyway, SKU number is 75553. And now for some dimensions. We have 7.87 inches high, 8.98 inches wide, and 7.28 inches in depth. Product type, lighted building, and it is made of porcelain. Now let's talk power. We have 4.5 volts DC, and it draws about 450 milliamps. That's right, 450 of them. That is a bunch. Please, guys, keep this off those multi-adapters. I know they say you can go up to 1,000 milliamps, but you never want to run them that high. You know, nothing ever higher than 3/4. And this here is already going to eat up about half of that. So just one thing too many after that, and you're going to have some problems. So anyways, 450 milliamps there. As for your switch, it's going to be your standard power volume roll switch. Now let's talk price. When it came out, it was $59.99 at Michael's. Today, it was hard to find these to get any kind of current price for you. There was a lot that were broken, but it seemed if you wanted one with a box, you know, with everything working, the skeleton from the door, everything, it was going for about 150 to 200 bucks on average. If you can get one from a retailer like eHobby, Gift Spice, something like that, that may get them, Erie Emporium, I think I saw at one point had them. Every once in a while, you'll see one of these companies will get one. You might get a slightly better deal. But as far as, you know, eBay and places like that, they're expensive, and all of the Western stuff is expensive. And the reason is because how cool it is. So it's super, super collectible. Lastly, the weight of this thing is heavy. It's around 4 pounds, maybe a little over. I need to get a better scale, but it seems to be about 4 pounds, and it feels like that. It's heavy. Doesn't seem like it would be for as big as the house is, because it's not the biggest house in the world. But this thing's got weight. So anyways, okay, there are all the facts, guys. It's now to take an exciting journey towards a closer look. Okay, so starting from the top here, you're going to see a lot of detail just on the roof alone, starting with the barrel, beautifully sized with the house, says saloon, it gets the job done. There's also a skeleton cowboy up there with a gun and a vulture. So right out the gate, there's already a lot going on. There's a beautiful tin roof with a lot of vintage style detail and a little chimney. So just from any view already, come on, I mean, this is what you're paying for, this kind of detail. As we continue to work our way down now towards the sign itself, again, this is an older house, right? So you're not gonna see a lot of exciting lit up signs. This is gonna be more of the old school stuff. It's got a couple lights on it. It says Dry Gulch Hotel, has a nice little green paint job in the background, the whole building does, but it has like this Western drive behind it, this real old school saloon. You're pulling off the road and they're ready for you. And there is something spooky going on there. Working our way towards the second story now, you're gonna start to see some of that. I wanna start right in the middle here at the window. This thing is really cool. It flashes some like silhouettes of something that's going on in there that, trust me, you don't wanna really be a part of. But it's a nice effect, especially with the soundtrack and everything. It's just beautiful. Also, you're gonna see some boarded up windows and a couple skeleton characters and a really nice deck style, I guess it would be deck style kind of platform, you know, railing and stuff like that. But you can see it's falling apart because it's old. It's a saloon. You know, it's a saloon. That's all. I mean, I can't push this enough how dedicated they were to the Western theme when they put this one together. Now, working our way to the bottom is one of the stars of the show himself. You have a skeleton cowboy coming out right out of the doors to say what's going on. Like, this guy is spooky. The way the doors open is nice and smooth. It's relatively quiet for an older piece, by the way. Like, this thing is pretty much silent within reason. So I was really excited about that. There's also more characters and boarded up windows, and continuing on with that deck style stuff. It's the place is falling apart. It's decrepit. There's even another sign, by the way, Buzzard's Breath Saloon. There's just everywhere you look, there is something to see, whether it be barrels or the railing or the characters. It's just filled with detail. I absolutely love this. I want to collect more and more of this Western style stuff. And I also want to shout out to the lighting on this one. It's spooky. That purple UV style lighting on Lemax stuff just is wonderful. And you have the little touches of like that warm yellow kind of color. It just brings everything together absolutely beautifully. I love this piece. If you don't have any Western stuff yet, definitely look into it because this is just next level. Okay, so I do want to touch on this next part because I'm getting ready to hit those lights so you can see this thing in all its glory. I'm going to be A-being the sound. So the first section of the lights out is going to be what the house itself actually sounds like recorded. And then the second half is going to be with an overlay of the actual soundtrack. Please keep in mind that the recording of these houses, it's being recorded, but it doesn't give you 100% how clean or clear or dirty that it actually is. So I'm trying to give you the best of both worlds so you can understand the soundtrack, but also get a decent idea of what the house speaker actually sounds like. Okay, so there we go, guys. That is the Dry Gulch Hotel. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I love this piece. There's detail around every churn. Even the shape of the house is cool. So thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Let's go ahead and hit those likes. Thank you. And as always, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.
So, partner, come on in and have a drink.
Hey, cowboy! Bring your weary bones up here!
Bartender, give me another. One more shot won't kill me. So, partner, come on in and have a drink.
Hey, cowboy! Bring your weary bones up here!
Bartender, give me another. One more